Hey and welcome to this week's Whiteboard Whenever. It happens to be a Friday, but we don't talk about that because we might get in trouble. Today we'll talk about the generic top-level domains, 2013's latest thing for the internet. What are they, what's going to happen, and how should marketers react to the things we're going to look at today? I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible, so excuse me if I talk too quickly. First of all, an overview. These domains, they cost about $185,000 each. There's 2,000 of them almost, .facebook, .app, .store, .book, .shop, .bank, .trade, loads and loads of others. The person who buys them for $185,000 will have full rights to them and can sell them on to people like you and me who just buy these domains with the extension. So you're familiar with .coms, .nets, .orgs. These are the new ones. They're new as well, but they're also not that new. We've also seen things in the past like .mobi, .biz, which were released in 2001. Which is how what some people are saying is the reason why these will fail is because things like .biz and .mobi kind of didn't really take off. Now, I think that's a kind of a fair argument, but at the same time, .biz and .mobi didn't have huge companies backing them. .facebook, for example, they've got money to market their .facebook, and got Amazon have got .store potentially, and they've got money to market these and really hammer home their new domain extensions. So, there's a real kind of difference between the old new generic domains and the new generic domains. So I think these might work, and for that reason we need to kind of look into, people do adopt them, how are they going to adopt them? Are they just going to kind of like, is Barclays, for instance, are they going to have just .bank? So Barclays Bank, will they go for Barclays .bank? And, will they then just do everything off that domain? But then you have the kind of question, well, Barclays is just a bank, but they also have like an insurance side to them, so will they have Barclays.insurance as well? Now, this is where things get a bit confusing because, they've got .bank, right? They are a bank, but they also then have .insurance, which is a completely separate domain. This is like having .com and .net, Barclays.com, Barclays.net. You can see now probably the issues that come out from an SEO point of view, from like a user point of view, just a bit confusing. So is this actually a viable solution? Why not just have Barclays.com /personal banking and Barclays.com /insurance, kind of the traditional way? So I don't know, is that viable? I would say probably not. But what I think is a bit more interesting, and I don't think this is going to work potentially, is more the kind of vanity URL kind of thing that's taking off, or has been taking off for the last sort of 7 or 8 years. So there's a chicken restaurant in the UK called Nando's. Let's take them as an example. They might have nandos.menu, nandos.menu, and they might have nandos.offers. So they've got menu and offers. Now they wouldn't want to send users to these domains and kind of keep them there because it's just massively confusing, and the SEO efforts become a lot more or more required. But the thing they can do here is with vanity URL, they can just redirect the user. So on their offline leaflet, they can have nandos.menu, and then instantly someone's at the menu. It's just redirected to the nandos.com /menu page, which makes it more memorable, easier to track as well. You don't have to go / some crazy URL at the end to try and make sure you pick it up in analytics. You can just do nandos.menu easy. So that's really kind of where I think things might head. Actually having these as separate domains isn't really an option. What can marketers actually do to prepare? Well, one thing I wouldn't do is do what the guy did back when .mobi was released and buy flowers.mobi for $200,000. That was, at the time it might have seemed like a really exciting decision, but the same thing might happen here. We're going to have so many new extensions, there's going to be so many possibilities. People might get a bit excited and just go out and buy some really expensive domain. I would generally say, let it play out for a bit, just work out maybe after 6 months what's happening. I think you could probably go after this stuff, this vanity URL stuff. I don't see any problem with that. But in terms of actually kind of like, oh, hey, let's kind of move away from inbound.co.uk and move on to inbound.marketing, that's going to be a real big decision and could potentially really throw you back quite a few years or months. So anyway, I think you should probably just let it play out, just see how things are going to go. It's going to be a big shake-up and everyone just needs to kind of sit back and take it in really for a bit. But that's it for today. I hope you've learned a bit more about the new generic top-level domains, and I'll catch you next time.